Hello fellow Freddy fans and other peoples of the internet, my name is James, or as the channel calls me, Mr. Deskfan. As per usual, feel free to ignore that. Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different and just go ahead and read the new FNAF book, VIP. And here we go, we got one of the funniest designs in the series so far, the Very Informative Pig. Hello, Monopoly Man's cousin, pet, I don't know. Oh cool, DJ Sturf. Okay, we're about to get into it. I'm just going to treat it kind of like an audiobook reading, so hopefully people don't mind my voice. You, Devin, are the luckiest 12-year-old boy in the world because you just won 2 special VIP passes to Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex. An all-day, all-you-can-eat, all-expenses-paid experience for you and one of your best... You're bringing Ike, Mom said, looking at the colorful printout in your hand that shows Glamrock Freddy pointing at you with the words, "You're a winner." What? No, Mom, you wail. You can't think of anything less fun than spending the whole day with the mobile snot factory that is your 6-year-old brother. Yes, Ike shouted. Did that sound like a question or a suggestion? Mom crossed her arms. Either you both go or no one goes. Poof. There goes your dream of being the most popular kid in your class, at least while everyone competes to be the one to join you at the Pizzaplex. Fine, you sulk. You, Devin, are the unluckiest 12-year-old boy in the world because you just won 2 special VIP passes to Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex. For you and your little brother. You have to waste one of your precious VIP passes on your brother. But this is still going to be so much fun. You can just ignore the tag-along like you usually do while you have the time of your life. Even though you live near the Pizzaplex, you hardly ever get to go. Your boring parents don't like the flashy lights and noise, and they say it's overpriced and the animatronics are disconcerting, which you think means they don't like the glam rock band's music. It's been ages since you were there last, at a classmate's birthday party, but it seems like the place gets bigger every year and they're always adding new rides. As you explore the Pizzaplex, you'll face many choices that lead to various outcomes. Before you begin this adventure, make sure you have something to write on. I don't have that, I'll be right back. So I just realized I'm stupid and we live in the 21st century, so I have Google Docs. There will be many details to keep track of, and certain pages will provide special instructions you'll want to remember. You may even need to do some simple math. Sorry. For example, if you find an item that you want to hold on to, write it down for later, and when you use it, cross it out. No cheating. Ready, Freddy? Okay, so here's the easy and normal difficulty thing that they were talking about in the description, because everyone was kind of confused about that. So if you want to play on easy difficulty, add 2 Faz tokens to your inventory and tap/touch here. If you want to play on normal difficulty, start out with only your wits and tap/touch here. Oh, this is actually really smart. That's actually really smart. That's a good way to do the whole difficulty setting thing. You got to keep track of it yourself. That's alright, you know what? I understand it now. Let's go ahead and start on normal, because if FNAF World has taught me anything, you get the true ending if you go with the hardest difficulty. Alright, we're going to make a little thing here for inventory, and I promise to be a good boy. As your mom drives up to the front of Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex, you press your face against the car window to see the giant sign over the entrance. It takes your breath away. Even in broad daylight, the neon letters and lightning bolts framing the image of the Glamrock band are super bright. Lights and lasers flash invitingly just on the other side of the glass door. You can't wait to get in there. You try to open the rear passenger door, but it's locked. Maybe I should go in with you, Mom says. That's okay, you say quickly. You wave the printout of the winner announcement you received in your email, wondering again how you won a contest you don't even remember entering. Dad called the Megaplex to be sure, and it isn't a scam, though the employee he spoke to doesn't know anything about it either. Only 2 guests, remember? I can buy an admission pass. It's not like I'm about to go on any rides or eat Fazbear pizza. She shudders. And miss your spa day? I'll be fine, you say. I'll be fine, Ike parrots in a high voice from the booster seat next to you. You sigh. Mom gives you a sharp look. You're in charge of your brother, Devin. Do not let him out of your sight. What could happen, you ask? They don't call the Mega Pizzaplex the safest place on earth for nothing. Mom twists around to face you, one eyebrow raised. No one calls it that. You know what? Mom win. But that old marketing campaign was a nice try. Their release form is mostly fine print and has so many legal disclaimers I considered calling my lawyer before signing it. But you did sign it, you say. You can trust the Pizzaplex and you can trust me. Go enjoy your free Saturday, Mom. That convinces her. She smiles and the door unlocks. You pop open the door before she changes her mind and clamber out of the car. "Be good, take care of Ike," she calls as he scurries out after you. He's wearing an eye-watering orange shirt with "Say Cheese" on the front of it, which Mom makes him wear in crowded places so he's easier to spot. At least she didn't suggest you bring the leash. "Do you want the child harness?" she asked. You roll your eyes. "I do not." The last thing you want is to be physically tied to your shadow. That's what everyone calls Ike because he's always following you around and he even looks exactly the way you did at his age. You're like twins 6 years apart, except no way you were ever so annoying or clingy. Ooh, Ike's mouth hangs open as he gapes at the sign above you. Chica! The chicken glamrock in pink spandex is his favorite. "Move it, Spud." You nudge him roughly towards the door. Passing through the glass doors into the Pizzaplex is like stepping into another world. The lobby is mainly illuminated by the candy-colored neon glow, and you have to blink to let your eyes adjust from sunlight to the dimly lit interior. Ike sticks his fingers into his ears. The cacophony of arcade games, loud rock music, and children shouting and laughing is almost overwhelming. You ate breakfast not long ago, but the mouth-watering aroma of fresh pizza, fried food, cotton candy, and popcorn sets your stomach rumbling. This place is unreal. It's Faztastic. Entry gates are straight ahead, but you stop at the welcome desk first and slide the printout of your winner email across it to a pale man in a red shirt. The Pizzaplex employee squints at the page as though he doesn't know how to read. He holds the barcode under a scanner and frowns at his computer screen. What the heck? Your skin starts to itch as you worry that maybe this was a scam or prank after all. You glance out the doors to the street outside, but your mother's car is gone. The employee looks skeptical. "Hold on a second, kids." He opens a drawer and rummages around for a while. He pulls out 2 plastic cards and hands them to you and Ike. "Have fun." Add VIP pass to your inventory. Okay, cool. So, VIP pass. Tap touch here. A line of other kids and their parents have formed behind you, so you step to the side to examine your card. It's a dull gray with a silver magnetic stripe on the back and the letters VIP printed on the front in black permanent marker. "What's VIP?" Ike asks. He pronounces the acronym as a word rhyming with zip. "VIP," you say. Ike giggles. "It stands for very important person," you explain. "Are we very important?" he asks. "We're supposed to be. But this card doesn't make you feel important at all. It's so plain compared to the colorful glossy entry passes with the Pizzaplex logo that the employee is handing out to the other customers. It's also greasy with dust, crumbs, and hair stuck to it. Disgusting. You consider swapping with Ike, but his card is covered with flecks of dried tomato sauce, so you just wipe yours against your jeans, planning to wash it off in the bathroom later. You expected the Pizzaplex to roll out the red carpet, but it seems you're on your own. Some kids are using their cards at terminals near the entrance. They must be information kiosks to help plan a visit. If you use the pass at a terminal, tap touch here. If you use the pass at a gate, tap touch here. Let's do terminal to kind of get a general grasp on where we can go. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen here. By the time you reach the terminals behind the welcome desk, all but one are already being used by customers. You insert your VIP pass into the slot below its screen and it's slurped into the wall. The bouncing Pizzaplex logo disappears and is replaced with a blue screen. "Oh, terrific," you say. The machine is broken. You pound a fist against the kiosk. "Give me my card back!" Pixel art pizzas with white wings start flying across the screen. Then static crackles across the image. "It's glitched," Ike says. "You think?" you snap. The static clears to reveal the face of a pink cartoon pig with large round glasses that makes its eyes look big. He wears an oversized black suit jacket with a loose red tie. Behind his head, a purple synthwave grid moves against a black background. "Hi, pig," Ike says. "You're super cute." You gently smack the back of Ike's head. "He can't hear you, silly. It's just a recording." The pig grins. "Good morning, Devin and Ike." I hate that voice. We're doing a different one.
"Good morning, Devin and Ike. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex."
He sounds like a young kid with a stuffy nose. "Oh, I got that perfect." A customized recording, you say. "How do you know our names?"
"I know a lot,"
he says.
"I am very informative pig. My friends call me VIP. Will you be my friends?
I'll be your friend, VIP, Ike chirps.
Thank you. Stick with me and we'll have oodles of fun together.
Ike's right about one thing. VIP is cute. He reminds you of those animated ads for the Pizzaplex with cartoon renditions of the glam rock animal mascots. But you've never seen or heard of him before. Are you a new feature? You ask.
Actually, I've been at the Pizzaplex for a while. However, it's been a very, very long time since I was last activated.
VIP's smile turns upside down and a large blue tear appears below his right eye. Then he's back to his bright and cheerful self. Ike's hopping up and down in front of the terminal. You ignore him and ask VIP, "What do you do?" A graduation cap pops onto VIP's head.
I think and I know things. I am a digital companion for the Pizzaplex guests. I can answer questions and make suggestions to enhance your visit.
I have a question, Ike says, shifting from one foot to the other. VIP looks at Ike.
It looks like you need to use the restroom. Would you like directions?
Ike goes still. I do need to go potty, he says in a hushed voice. Hold it in, you say. I have more important questions. How did I win this special pass? I never entered any contest.
I am programmed to have anticipated what people want. I selected your name from a log of guests in a 5-mile radius who have not returned in 6 or more months, and are not missing or deceased,
VIP says. You invited us? You ask.
Precisely,
VIP says. That's why the staff wasn't expecting us today, you say. Something falls out into the slot below the screen with a hard thump. You pull it out. It's a large cookie in the shape of VIP's head. What's this? You ask.
A smart cookie for a smart cookie,
VIP says. It's stale. You pass it to Ike. He grabs it eagerly and bites it. Ow, Ike says. Yuck. You said you haven't been activated in a while. Why not? You ask. A frown flickers across VIP's face, but so quickly you might have missed it had you blinked.
Most kids did not appreciate my recommendations and prefer to do everything on their own. Parents have not been interested in paying a premium for my services. Consequently, I have been woefully underutilized. But I know I am an important part of the Mega Pizzaplex, and I can prove it. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Okay. You glance at a poster on the wall showing Glamrock Bonnie the Bunny and Montgomery Gator with their arms over each other's shoulders and the words, "Don't ask why animatronics, ask instead, why not more animatronics?" Oh, that's cool. It might be something where like Glamrock Bonnie is there, Montgomery has just been introduced. That could fall in line with that. What does disconcerting mean, you ask? VIP closes his eyes.
Disconcerting. Adjective. To make one feel troubled or uncomfortable.
The background behind VIP changes to a purple spiral swirling against yellow with red and green triangles falling down the screen.
Here is something to make your day even more magical,
VIP says. He swirls his magic wand, creating a shower of gold sparkles, and something drops into the slot below the screen with a kerthunk. You reach down and pull out a gamepad with a red rubber case and carrying handles on the side. You switch it on and are disappointed when VIP's face appears on the screen instead of a video game.
This device allows us to communicate with each other throughout the visit,
VIP says. Great, you think. As if he can read your mind, VIP puts his hands together and says,
This is my last opportunity to demonstrate the value I add for guests. If you promise not to ignore me during your visit, I can offer you a Fazer experience like no other. And remember, it is all free for the day. Do you promise not to abandon me?
Ike's head bobs enthusiastically. I piggy promise. Kids cheer from the gamepad. VIP fixes his gaze on you. If you promise to stick with VIP all day, tap such touch here. If you don't make a promise you can't keep, tap such touch here. I don't trust you. And your voice is annoying to do. But I like you. You don't like the idea of being stuck with both VIP and Ike for the whole day, especially since the pig wants to be in charge. Having a chaperone, even a virtual one limited to video screens, is the opposite of fun. but VIP is the reason you're here. He's probably lonely, you think. You know how that feels, or at least you did before Ike started tagging along all the time. Now you wish you had more space from him.
Devin, do you promise not to abandon me?
VIP asks. I guess so. Sure, you say. Whatever it takes to just get inside the pizza plex. The gamepad plays the sound of cheering kids.
I really hope you mean that.
VIP waves his wand and says,
Fazer bedazzler. Your passes are now activated.
The terminal spits out your card and blinks off. On your gamepad screen, VIP raises his fist into the air.
Now who wants to have some mega fun?
He says. Me, Ike says. You roll your eyes. At the entrance, you and Ike stand in front of two gates and press your card to the scanners. They flash green and the gates open. Ike runs inside.
No running, please,
VIP says. Ike stops short. Sorry.
Perhaps we should go over the current rules for safety before we continue.
VIP pulls out his scroll tied with a ribbon. When he opens it, the page rolls off the bottom of the screen. You sigh. There's so much to do at the Mega Pizzaplex, you hardly know where to start. As you pass through the lobby, you look at the vibrant posters of all the attractions, planning out your day. With the VIP pass, you'll finally get to do all the rides you want. Every birthday party you have been to at the Pizzaplex only included a few tokens for the Fazcade and the boring old Bonnie Bowl. But you've always wanted to try Roxy Raceway, racing go-karts at high speeds on the tracks snaking through the atrium. But you're itching to go to Fazer Blast, since you play so many first-person shooters. It would just be a lot more fun to do this with your friends than your little brother. The gamepad beeps. You glance at the screen and VIP says,
You look like you're choosing an activity. Would you like some help?
Nah, I'm good, you say. VIP produces a bowling ball.
The most popular attraction at the Mega Pizzaplex is Bonnie Bowl, and it is best to go before the midday birthday party rush.
He rolls the ball towards the screen and it cracks the glass. Animated shards tumble down, leaving behind a black background. You shake your head, but Ike pipes up. I want a bowl. We aren't bowling, you say. Bonnie Bowl, Ike shouts. VIP saunters back on screen.
No yelling.
Bonnie Bowl, Ike repeats. Bonnie Bowl, Bonnie Bowl, Bonnie Bowl. Okay, we got head towards Bonnie Bowl. Do we have two options? Or we gotta go to Bonnie Bowl. On the way toward the bowling alley, you point out other fun attractions like Monty Maze. Monty Maze? Monty Maze wasn't a thing, was it? On the way toward the bowling alley, you point out other fun attractions like Monty's Maze and Fazer Blast. But Ike can't be swayed. VIP isn't helping the situation by feeding you ads for Bonnie Bowl and tips about the game. The more he hypes it up, the less you want to do it. When you pass the Fazcade, you pause and gaze longingly at the rows of arcades and pinball machines inside. You spot your friends. Alistair, Gabe, and Emma playing one of your favorite games. Catch that fetch. Ooh, fetch reference. Notes. You wish you were hanging out with them instead of your brother. Too bad the Pizzaplex doesn't have a daycare, you say.
They plan to build one in the expansion,
VIP says. That doesn't do me much good now. Oh, shoot! Ooh. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, non-book continuity believers. That's like, if you still don't believe Frights, okay, there's some wiggle room there. Tails, come on. Besides Monster, that story kind of was, You sadly continue to follow Ike. Maybe if you let him beat you at Bonnie Bowl quickly, he'll agree to go to the arcade next. Unfortunately, bowling with a 6-year-old usually takes time and patience, and you know you're going to waste a lot of your special day there. It's so unfair. Then you spot something that can give you freedom for a little while. A merry-go-round in the play area. Once Ike is on a carousel, it's almost impossible to get him to leave. He would ride it for hours if you let him. If you ditch Ike on the merry-go-round, or if you continue to go on a Bonnie Bowl, ditch the child. Look, Ike, they have a merry-go-round. Ike immediately stops and stares at it. As the music box version of Pop Goes the Weasel plays, 3 rings rotate in opposite directions, with old-timey versions of the animatronics Freddy Fazbear, Chica the Chicken, and Bonnie the Bunny to ride on. Funtime Foxy sits at the prow of a small pirate ship, pointing the way forward with his hook, and there's even a Balloon Boy, Hot Air Balloon, and Mr. Cupcake seat. Maybe after Bonnie Bowl, you say. No, I want to ride it now, Ike says. I don't know, you say. Please, Ike says. You smile. Okay, if you really want to. I guess we can do Bonnie Bowl later. You wait in line, and as soon as the gates open, Ike races for one of the Chica seats. He climbs in. I'm gonna go to the arcade while you ride this, you say. Just stay here until I get back. VIP wags a finger and shakes his head.
Children should not be left unattended.
You're tired of this very irritating pig. You put the gamepad on the seat next to Ike. Then you can keep an eye on him.
Please do not go,
VIP says. The background strobes yellow and white.
You said you would not abandon me.
I'm not abandoning you. I'll be right back. Eventually. You find your friends Alistair, Gabe, and Emma in the Fazcade. They're surprised to see you. Yeah, I won a VIP contest. You show them your special pass, but they aren't impressed by the plain plastic card. Gabe cracks up. What is that? You obviously made that yourself, Emma shakes her head. That's just embarrassing. You bet the gamepad would convince them you're telling the truth, but if you go back, then you'll be stuck with VIP and Ike again. Your friends don't seem that interested anyway. Alistair is trying to get the high score and catch that fetch, but when he runs out of tokens, he gives up. Let's get out of here, he says. Come on, hang out a little longer, you say. Let's go on some rides. We've been on all of them so many times, Gabe says. They're boring. I could eat, you say. Maybe the glam rock animatronics are performing soon. Animatronics are for little kids, Dev. I meant we could watch them ironically. Why don't you come with us? Emma says. We're going to play the new Dino Shock at my place. Right, enjoy your VIP pass, Gabe winks. They laugh and walk off. Alone and annoyed, you play a round of Catch That Fetch and take some satisfaction in easily beating the high score. Before you can enter your initials, the screen scrambles. When it stops glitching, you see a VIP's face. And he is one very irate pig. Around you, people are complaining. Hey, what happened to my game? What's with this pig? Are we being pranked? I just lost my token. You look around and see VIP's face on arcade games throughout the entire Fazcade. Its colors are scarily inverted. Uh-oh. Words pop up on the screen.
You lied, Devin.
Who's Devin? People say. You back away from the arcade cabinet. How's VIP doing this? That doesn't matter. You just have to get him to stop. You hurry to a terminal in the atrium. When you insert your pass, a red-faced VIP appears and says,
I wondered if I should trust you, but I wanted to. Whatever happens next is your fault.
You have my full attention now, you say.
Good. More importantly, I have your brother.
VIP is suddenly wearing a shirt that says, I like Ike. Your blood runs cold. Where's Ike? Is he okay?
He is fine. For now. I have hidden him somewhere in the pizza plex.
What do you want?
I want you to play with me all day like you promised. You can get your brother back by winning my special game.
And if I don't? VIP smiles broadly.
Ike remains trapped here forever. Sorry, I had no other choice. But you do.
Fine, what's your game, VIP, you say. VIP waves his magic wand and the terminal dispenses heavy coins into the slot below the screen. You find 5 gold Faz tokens, each with the classic Freddy Fazbear on the front with the words, Since 1983, along the top edge, and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza below.
You must use these tokens to earn 1,000 points at various games in the Pizzaplex by the end of the day,
VIP says.
If you succeed, I will release Ike.
That doesn't sound too bad. What's the catch, you ask?
I know you do not like following rules, but rules make games even more fun,
VIP says.
You can only play each game once. And you have to ask me for help.
VIP's wand sparkles and you hear a familiar thunk. You retrieve a new gamepad from the terminal slot. This one in a pink case. Cute. Just because I have to ask VIP for help doesn't mean I have to listen, you think. Anything else? You ask.
Use the gamepad to keep track of your tokens and points as you play. Remember, if you run out of tokens before you reach 1,000 points, you automatically lose, and you will become an only child.
As VIP explains the rules, they appear on your gamepad screen. Frick, I see the difficulty setting now. Alright. Okay, so I guess we'll be redirected back to this page every so often. You are in the atrium, standing by a terminal that is currently running a flashy ad for Monty's Gator Golf. VIP waits on your gamepad, ready to offer suggestions. But can you trust him? Maybe your brother wandered off on his own, or you can discover where VIP hid him as you explore. You should keep an eye out. You are facing the play area in the center of the Pizzaplex, which holds slides and kiddie rides like the merry-go-round where you left Ike. There's a long line of people waiting to use the photo booth. The Fazcade is behind you, and the entrance to Rockstar Row is to your left. From here you can see several arcade machines stationed along the circular walkway wrapping around the atrium. You can play some of those to win VIP's high score challenges. Somehow the rides and games seem less fun when you have to play them to satisfy VIP. Just like reading is less fun when it's a school assignment. But time's a-wastin', and you have a brother to save before the Pizzaplex closes for the night. If you want to explore the Fazcades, tap/touch here. If you want to explore the atrium, tap/touch here. If you want to explore Rockstar Row. Let's do Rockstar Row. Rockstar Row is typically your last stop in the Mega Pizzaplex, as one of the exits is on the far end. You're always impressed by the massive golden statues of Glamrock Freddy, Roxanne Wolf, Glamrock Bonnie, and Glamrock Chica. Sometimes you can glimpse the animatronics themselves through the large windows of their respective green rooms to your right. None of them are in there right now, probably outperforming, visiting with guests, or hanging out in their attractions. This space gets much more crowded just before closing, but there aren't many people around right now. Since your last visit, the Mega Pizzaplex has added a cardboard cutout of the newest animatronic, Montgomery Gator, tucked to the left between Bonnie and Chica statues. I called it. I called it with the poster. Too bad for him, you think. There are signs about an upcoming expansion to the Mega Pizzaplex, so maybe they'll give the poor guy his own green room. He's the only member of the band who's actually green after all. You're usually rushed on your way out, so you haven't really explored in here. Display cases along the left side of the room are filled with props and stuff, and beyond those are several doors. Maybe you'll find Ike behind one of them.
Leaving already?
VIP checks your wristwatch.
You better hurry and play some games.
If you investigate the display case, tap/touch here. If you investigate the doors, tap/touch here. If you run to the atrium, tap. Okay, let's actually try to win this. Return to the atrium, so it's the exact same stuff. If you want to explore the Fazcade, tap/touch here. Let's go to the Fazcade. Oh wow, that's like... Okay, let me actually read this. Inside the Fazcade, the flashing lights, jangly music, and beeping game sounds meant to spark joy and excitement only fill you with a strange depression. You left Ike alone so you could play games with your friends, and now he's gone and so are your friends. All you have left is VIP. And your guilt. Even that Chica candy crane machine near the center of the arcade reminds you of Ike. You consider trying to win him a plush Mr. Cupcake from the claw machine. It looks like the game also awards points. What else could you play to get the most points? You push your way through the kids milling through the arcade and clustered around video game cabinets and pinball tables. You can't help but look for your brother in the pressing crowd. Your heart pounds and beats with the music, your head hurts, and sweat pours down your face.
You look like you're having a panic attack,
VIP says.
Would you like to visit a health station?
You want to get out of here, not just the arcade but the Pizzaplex, but you can't go home alone. Out of all the video games here, you're best at Mangle's Quest. But there only seems to be one cabinet and it's turned off. So, okay. Mangle's Quest is a real arcade. That's a second real arcade because we have we had the BB's Air Adventure in the Into the Pit trailer. So that's the second one that's confirmed, like, oh, this is a real arcade cabinet. Let's do Mangle's Quest. Because my lore instincts is going off. You head over to the Mangle's Quest cabinet, hoping you can figure out what's wrong with it. Unfortunately, it seems likely that your highest score will have to be wiped from its memory. The screen is dark, but there's no out of order sign like the other broken games in the arcade. You peek around the back and see what the possible problem is. The machine's unplugged. You try to pull the cabinet away from the wall so you can get behind it, but it's too heavy. A couple of kids see you straining to move it, but rather than help, they laugh as they pass by. You drop your hands and knees and reach for the loose plug on the floor. Your fingers brush against it, but you can't quite grab it. Whatever. You're about to stand up when you catch a glint of something among the clumps of dust gathered behind the cabinet. You pluck it out and discover a coin. But not just any coin, it's a Faz token. Talk about buried treasure. You now have an extra chance to win VIP's challenge. Add 1 Faz token. Okay, so make that 6. Play Chica's candy crane. Okay. As you approach Chica's candy crane, a little girl in pigtails trudges away from it with her head down. She cries as she bites into a chocolate bar. A sticker on the glass of the machine says, "Everyone's a winner!" There is only one Mr. Cupcake inside, buried in the center of the machine up to its eyes in an assortment of sweets. This close, you realize it isn't a plush at all, but a plastic toy with movable parts, like a mini animatronic. You imagine Ike's joy when you hand him the toy. He had a Mr. Cupcake plush when he was little, and there are baby pictures of him in a Let's Eat bib with Chica's face. The claw of the crane game is a large, yellow, mechanical hand. You slide a token into the machine and a 30-second timer counts down. You grab the joystick and jerkily navigate the claw into position exactly over the toy before your time is up. The claw descends, closes firmly around the cupcake's pink icing top. The fingers slip right off. Rigged. You smack the glass. Mr. Cupcake's eyes dart towards you and jump back. A bag of candy drops into the tray below and 100 points flashes on the display. Add 100 points to your score, add candy to your inventory. Okay. Back to 5 fast coins, and we have 100 points now. Explore the atrium. Oh, there's a lot more options here. The walkway wraps around the entire atrium, so you hurry along it, taking note of the different attractions. You pay particular attention to the games that don't have long lines, since you can't afford to spend your whole day waiting around for a chance to play.
You look like you're trying to pick a game.
VIP chimes in.
Would you like me to help you choose?
You ignore him. The best options seem to be Monty's Maze, Freddy's Fazer Blast Challenge, and Roxy Raceway. You haven't played any of them before, but you've always wanted to try them. You just wish you didn't have the pressure of needing to win points to save Ike.
If you want to see your brother again, you need to accept my help,
VIP reminds you. He twirls his wand like a baton, sending glowing question marks flying out in every direction. Fine, what should I play, oh wise one?
Less sarcasm, please. At this time, I recommend you play Monty's Maze, Fazer Blast, or Roxy Raceway.
Annoyed about having to ask VIP for advice you didn't even need, you contemplate checking out a cluster of arcade machines tucked into the alcove behind Glamrock Gifts. We are going to do the Fazer Blast challenge because he previously said that he liked to play first-person shooter games. Finally, the number one thing you've always wanted to do at the Mega Pizzaplex is to play the laser tag game Fazer Blast. You hurry up to the Pizzaplex employee standing by the elevator to the attraction and hand over a precious Faz token. I'm sorry, but Fazer Blast is closed for a special event. The white woman. I'm sorry, but Fazer Blast is closed for a special event, the white woman says. She has silver hair tied back in a ponytail, with a green streak on the front, just like Roxanne Wolf. Vanny? Wait, white woman jump scare. No, it couldn't be a reference to that. Working here must be her dream job if she's that big of a fan of Roxy. Even her fingernails are painted green. But shouldn't she be over at Roxy Raceway? Maybe Roxy was too jealous to have her around. I was really looking forward to playing though, you say. Unless your name is Devin, I can't let you in. Weird. My name is Devin. Sure it is, she smiles and hands you back your Faz token. Here's my VIP pass. You offer the plain card to her. The woman takes your pass and scans it. Oh, you are Devin. Go right on up and wait in the lobby. They're holding a special event for me? You're serious? She plucks the Faz token out of your hand. Deadly serious, she says with a straight face and a somber tone. Welcome to Freddy's Fazer Blast Challenge. The elevator door dings open. You step inside and ride up to the second level. The elevator lets you out into a narrow hallway with green and purple neon lights running along the walls and ceiling. You're surrounded by glowing stars, and the purple carpeting is adorned with ringed planets. As you cross the hallway to the lobby, the speakers play glam rock Freddy's voice.
Welcome! In this customized Fazer Blast challenge, you will take on the role of an alien invading a space colony defeated by none other than Freddy Fazbear himself. Hey, that's me!
He is such a ham.
VIP says. Shh, I want to listen to this, you say. Freddy's announcement continues.
Soon you will be fighting for your life on a hostile planet. But in case you need to know how to play Fazer Blast or want a refresher, remember these 2 rules. Number 1, no climbing, no jumping, no hitting, kicking, pushing, shoving, no shooting Fazer Blasts in or close to another player's eyes. Being flashed in the eyes may induce seizures, blindness, or semi-permanent paralysis. If you are flashed in the eyes, immediately flush your eyes with soap or water and blink repeatedly until vision is restored. Rule number 2, have fun. Proceed to the armory and suit up.
You reach the end of the corridor and find a small room filled with orange and blue tactical vests emblazoned with a bow tie and lightning bolt. There are helmets with bear ears on one side and helmets with dealy boppers on the other side. You're supposed to be the alien, so you grab the ladder, slip on the matching vest, and grab a laser gun. The weapon is gunmetal gray with a fin on top of the barrel and a grill on the bottom. The tip of the gun has a golden glow matching the illuminated lightning bolt of the grip.
While you wait for the match to start, you may practice using the Fazer Blaster in the shooting gallery,
says Freddy's disembodied voice. If you practice shooting targets, yes, we are practicing, my god. You head over to the gallery where a video screen shows a diorama of a party room with tables and a stage. The tables are covered with wrapped birthday presents and cone-shaped hats, while classic Freddy Fazbear and Bonnie the Bunny animatronics perform on a small stage in the back. You practice shooting green and white bullseye targets that pop up throughout the room and zap green balloons floating across it. A counter in the corner of the screen shows the number of objects you hit and miss. As you play, your accuracy slowly improves to 98%.
You are pretty good at that,
VIP says.
but this is just a game. The real thing will be much more intense.
Isn't this all just a game? You ask.
Perhaps.
VIP says. Music begins to play. It sounds familiar, but you can't quite place it. VIP, what is this song?
It is the Toreador song, often known as the Toreador March, composed by Georges Bizet in 1875 for the French opera Carmen.
Why is it playing, you ask?
Freddy is here.
VIP runs off screen. The speakers pipe classical music.
Freddy Fazbear has entered the arena, says Freddy's recorded voice. Prepare to play the sport of kings.
Laser tag's the sport of kings?
Report to the blue hallway, the voice commands. Good luck.
You take the doorway on the right and move through the blue hallway. You emerge into a wide open space with low partitions. Oh, good. A maze, you think. In each section you can see, the walls glow with a different color that pulsates from bright to dim. Red and green on the lower level, purple above you. Ramps lead up to the purple area. You should be able to see the whole arena from up here and get a sense of where the flags are. And where Freddy is. If you take the high ground, tap/touch here.
I have the high ground!
From the purple area on the upper level of the arena, you can clearly see 2 of the flags you need to capture below, one in the red section and one in the green. Freddy has already claimed the green flag and is lingering nearby to defend it. The third flag must be in the purple section up here and seems like the easiest target. Let's go red. You sneak back down to the lower level, thinking that Freddy may have seen you in the purple area and the coast is currently clear. You can hear his footsteps thumping on the Space Cadet themed carpeting, showing line drawings of Freddy in a round glass helmet. But you can't tell what direction they're coming from or how close he is. You make your way over to where you saw the red flag. You wait and listen, scanning the environment around you for the slightest sign of movement. Then, you swoop in and smack the button to capture the flag. An alert says, "Blue team has captured the red flag. Defend your station." You duck behind one of the barriers in front of the podium, trying to decide if you should run and try to grab the green flag as well before Freddy finds you. Too late. Freddy has found you. He fires at you and hits the barrier you're taking cover behind. He steps into view. You must act now. If you did target practice in the armory, tap/touch here. You aim your Fazer blaster at the target on Freddy's chest and fire. The tip of your laser pistol lights up and sparks fly from Freddy. Direct hit. You jump out from behind the barrier and rush over to Freddy.
Do not worry about me, Freddy says. I am fine. Fazerific shooting, Devin.
Freddy leads you to the winner elevator, which takes you back down to the atrium, beside the entrance to Fazer Blast. Add 100 points. Oh no, I only have 200. What the hell am I? If you have the balloon. Okay, I don't want to cheat and go back, and then I'm assuming it's in the other area, so... Monty's maze is supposed to be nerve-wracking because the Montgomery Gator animatronic stalks the labyrinth and will carry you out if you run into him. But you've also heard that the entrance to the attraction is the scariest thing about it, a giant alligator's mouth. An Asian woman in a red pizza plex visor and matching shirt with checkered suspenders and black pants stops you from entering. You might want to come back another day. Monty's in kind of a bad mood. The last kid was just dragged out of the maze, and we're going to close it until he calms down. You hear banging and shouting from inside. You laugh. They're really trying to make it seem like fun in there. I'm not afraid, you say, and I'm only here today. I have a special pass. You hand her your VIP card. She scans it and looks surprised. You sure do. Monty's actually waiting for you. The commotion inside stops. You guess a little pig told him you would be coming. That'll be 1 token, the Pizza Box employee says. You hand one over.
Remember, I am here to help.
VIP gives a thumbs up.
If you get turned around and ask nicely, I can direct you back to the starting point.
You walk between sharp white teeth and over the pink, weirdly spongy tongue and enter the maze. Remove 1 fast token. Okay, we are down to 3. I do not have the balloon. Just inside the entrance to Monty's maze, the first thing you notice is how dark and green it is, and humid. Sweat starts pouring down your face, and the air is stale and heavy. Occasionally, you get a whiff of something rotten, like food left out too long. Either the Pizzaplex designers intentionally wanted to make it feel like a swamp, or the environmental controls are broken. Fake grass covers the floor, and vines dangle from rigging high above. The walls of the maze are fences made of wooden planks, surrounded by tall palm trees that drape their feathery leaves overhead. You peek through a knothole in one of the planks and see that the walls outside the maze are painted with the silhouettes of thin tree trunks and vegetation. There's no music, only the ambient sound of birds and insects, punctuated by the occasional low, rumbling roar. The sound makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You walk along the narrow corridor for a bit, feet crunching softly on the artificial turf. The path turns to the right, then the left. And eventually, you reach an intersection. You can continue forward, turn left, or turn right. You go left and the path takes you down a series of turns and long stretches, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You use your sleeve to wipe sweat from your brow and freeze when you hear a gruff, taunting voice from somewhere in the maze.
I know you're here. I will find you.
Despite the warm air, a chill runs through you. You pick up your pace through the corridor until you come to a wall. The only way you can go is left or right. The path to your left seems a little more worn than the one on the right, but you also see 4 deep scratches along one of its walls, like something has clawed it. Something big. A marker or a warning? Go left. We're just gonna keep going left. The corridor stretches on for a long time. You reach a turn to your right or can choose to keep going straight. You go straight, but after it forces you to go left 2 more times, you're pretty sure it has simply dumped you back on the path you were on before, so you turn right. You have no clue if you're going to the correct direction or not. If only you had something to mark your path with, or a ball of string like in that Greek myth about the Minotaur in a labyrinth you read in school. Kids were sent into the maze as a sacrifice to the monster, but you figure Monty Gator can't be much of a real threat. The Pizzaplex couldn't stay in business if kids actually died there, right? Then again, there are so many customers every day, who would miss a kid or 2? Worried about Ike, you press on. Something heavy stomps nearby. It's coming from your left, though it's hard to know how sound travels in here. You reach another intersection. Fog spills in from the path on your right. I have candy! Okay, cool. A short distance down the path, there's another intersection. You stop short just in time. Monty is standing on your left. The punk-haired animatronic is massive and muscular, his yellow and green segmented tail swishing from side to side as he looks around. Fortunately, he's facing away from you, peering down the other corridor. but he could turn and spot you at any moment.
You can run, but you can't hide, Devin.
He calls out. He knows it's me, you think. Knowing that he is specifically hunting for you in the maze makes him seem more threatening. That and the wicked sharp claws on his hands. There won't be any slipping by him on the left unless you have something to distract him with. You think you'd be able to sneak off to the right before he turns around. Or maybe you should just wait and hope he moves on without noticing you. We have candy. You reach into your pocket and pull out the package of Bonnie Bites you won from the Chica candy crane machine. The candy is warm and mushy now, but you hope Monty isn't a picky eater. Incoming! You call as you throw the package at him. Monty snaps his jaws as the bag catches in his teeth. He chews. He mumbles.
What is these?
He tries to open his mouth, but it's cemented closed. He starts gagging and clawing at his snout. You prise open his jaw and you see sticky brown and purple goo sticking to his teeth. He reaches in to grab it, but one hand gets stuck inside. He manages to free his hand, but stumbles to the side and catches himself with his hand. And now his hand is stuck to the wall. You can't help but laugh, but that makes Monty even angrier. He roars.
I'm gonna get ya!
His tail thrashes as he swings his free arm wildly, grasping for you. If you're quick, you think you can slip past him and go down the left corridor. Or you can still head right, and you'll have a head start on him. If you slip past Monty, go left. You trudge along, wondering if you will ever find the exit. You encounter a path leading off to the right. Remember this maze's tricks. You peek around the corner and see it leads back to the one you're already on. You move forward. Another choice to your left. You explore and soon see it's a dead end. You turn back and hurry, worrying Monty's about to corner you. There are more scratches along the walls here and shredded candy wrappers litter the floor. Then you reach your first fork intersection. 3 corridors in front of you, all moving forward. You sigh and ask, "What do you think, VIP?" VIP has been dozing on the screen, or pretending to. He makes a big show of waking up and blinks at you.
I think this attraction does not have much replay value. Our recent data mine shows that Fazer Entertainment is considering repurposing Monty's maze into something else. Maybe miniature golf.
But which path should I take?
You do not have many options left.
You choose the leftmost corridor and rush through it. At the end is a green door marked exit, but Monty is guarding it.
There you are,
He shouts. He leaps and lands right in front of you. He draws his clawed hand back and offers his hand to you. When you stop quivering, you shake his gargantuan hand.
Rock and roll,
He says, "You win. Add 300 points to your score." Okay, we're at 500. The exit dumps you back into the atrium at a door you hadn't noticed previously, though now you see Monty's footprints on the patterned carpet leading into it. Alright guys, I think we're going to wrap this here for today. I've been at this for close to 2 hours and I still haven't reached an ending yet. So, we're going to try to pick this up another day and try to get at least a ending. So we still have, let's double check here, we still have 3 fast tokens, we got 500 points so far, and we have a VIP pass. We have not done Roxy Raceway yet, we need to go to the arcade game alcove. We've already done Fazer Blast, so we have these 2 options. So I guess let me know if you want to do the arcade game alcove or Roxy Raceway. I'm inclined to do Roxy because I think that came out weird. I'm inclined to do Roxy Raceway. So far this has been really fun. I think the whole interactive novel thing works really well for Five Nights at Freddy's because it's like you're playing a game, but you're reading. It's super great. I'm having so much fun with this, honestly. Yeah, my kind of thoughts on the whole Tales and Frights thing in general is like, Frights was pretty good and then kind of started to decline on like towards the end of it, and then Tales consistently for me got better as it went. So I had high hopes for this, and so far it's meeting all my expectations. I think this is great. I look forward to continuing more, and hopefully my reading hasn't been absolutely terrible. Remember, this book is absolutely free, and you can get it on Amazon and other places like that. So if you want to try to get an ending yourself, check it out. This is so fun, seriously. Alrighty then, bye guys.